Hi, everybody. Welcome. We're going to get to watch the verdict here. I'm so excited. Oh, my God. I'm so excited. I'm trying to get everything set up here. I got to let the dog in. Be right back. Come on. Come on. So, of course, this would be in the middle of the day. Yes, but that's okay. So my understanding is the jury deliberated for 10 hours and they have a verdict. I was actually watching the new trial. So while I was doing my work, this hat is weird, isn't it? Oh. Anyway, all right, I'm going to see if I can get the other one up on the other screen. So I'll be in and out for a sec.
She humiliated me by asking me to put on a dress that does not fit me. Very willing. They felt like this was some way that they could serve. And they actually came.
Okay, so hi, Jean. Hi, Jill. Hi, Danielle. Who else is in here? Diamond painting with the best, the beasties. Sorry, I always get that wrong. Hi, girl, sweetie. How's it going? Let's see. What are y'all saying? Rebecca can get her husband and everything will be happily ever. So you watched this morning's show. Awesome. Okay. Jean, how are you? What color hat do you want? I forgot. What'd you say? Hi, AK Rose. Hi, Palmy Angel. Welcome, welcome. All right. I'm going to share my screen. I'll show you what we're looking at now. I watched this on the Law and Crime Network. Gosh, I don't even have my lighting set up here. Oh, my goodness. That's much better. I'm awake. Let's see. Okay. Wow, that was quick. Bright green. Okay, I might have just the color for you, Jean. Vivian bought me a coffee decaf. Thank you. Guys, if you would like to purchase a coffee for me, which is a one-time donation that goes to support the channel, that is in the description of most of my videos. Not in this one because I set it up so fast. But like if you go to this morning's video, it's in there. Sue's here. Oh, with her husband. Awesome. Tell him he needs to subscribe to my channel. We need subscribers. Yes. All right. I will share the screen. And you'll see what I'm looking at now. It should be just the seal of Minnesota. Okay, this is what we're looking at. It's a live, Law and Crime Network live. Jury deliberated 10 hours, verdict announced at 4:30 p.m. So Eastern time, which is, so we got a little while to chat. I will go back and forth between this screen. So you guys can see what's going on. Pat is here. Hi, Sue. All right, let me get my iPad set up. And then I can see your comments better. Okay, that's not what I want. Yeah, it is. There I am. Oh! Pat is saying, oh, Sue said he heard me. Oh, good. Pat says, so hoping justice is served and they find him guilty. What time is it there? I'm here in Wichita and I'm on Central Time. It's 3:30 East. It's 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. I cannot think. I have to switch from work mode to this mode. Look, I pulled out a fake engagement ring for Mr. Blackwell. You know what? He's already married. Darn it. Yvonne says that was fast. I know. My thought was they must have started right away and went, as late as they possibly could last night until they just couldn't stand it anymore, because they didn't get the verdict till about, they didn't get to start deliberating till like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then they had dinner probably. So if they probably went till 9:30, 10 o'clock last night and then called it a night, went to their hotel. I don't know where, they were supposed to be sequestered, but I don't know the logistics of getting them in and out of that courthouse. But anyway, and then they started back this morning until about now. So that would kind of make it about 10 hours, I would suppose. That's my guess. So no, I think we have about 21 minutes till the verdict. They said they're going to read it at 4:30 Eastern, which is 3:30 my time, 21 minutes. But I'm glad this judge, I guess he had to, because he's got to give everybody time to get to the courthouse. You've got the defense attorney and that whole, the defendant, the prosecution has to get there. The appellate attorneys usually want to be around. The family of George Floyd needs the opportunity to get there. There's not a lot of room in this courtroom, so there's unfortunately only going to be one family member of George Floyd present for the reading of the verdict, and one family member for Derek Chauvin allowed into the courtroom. The rest of the seating is really taken up by the jury and the rest of the parties that I just talked about. Well, hi, Diamond Lady. No spoilers. I have seen the AM. You haven't seen the morning show yet. Oh, then you don't know about my engagement. Look, I proposed to a man this morning. That's not a spoiler because you don't know what he said. Although I have a ring on my finger. I'll invite you all to the wedding. Pat says, if they don't find him guilty, I'm afraid what will happen all over the country. Pat, I got to believe no matter what the verdict is, there's going to be a response, because there are just as many people who feel very strongly about this man's innocence. Maybe didn't even watch the trial. They're just police supporters. And because I got to believe if you actually watched the trial, you wouldn't have that opinion. But a lot of people have that opinion. Jean says, what? Now she's got to go watch the show. Bye, Jean. For y'all who don't know, Jean is my sister. Rebecca's going to be a sister wife. Oh, yeah, to one angry woman. I bet you. She's like, what? You're gonna run off the Wichita and marry who? Some YouTuber? No. Can you imagine? Mrs. Blackwell II. Absolutely. Yeah, I could handle that. Because you know what? He'd be gone most of the time, doing these trials. And those are the best kinds of husbands, the ones that aren't around. Sorry, Sue. I know your husband's watching. Love ya. Okay, let's see what's going on. I hear commotion in the courtroom. Let's see. They just turned on the mics is what I think. Can you guys hear me when I have the other screen on? Yeah, see, there's some commotion going on in the courtroom. I'm going to get rid of that chat because we don't need to see that. Judy is cooking supper. Oh, Sue said he agreed. I like your husband, Sue. Oh, that's funny. Sharon is saying hello. Hello. 29 people watching. If you enjoy the content, give me a thumbs up. Also, you can buy me a coffee, or you can do a super chat if you want to make a one-time donation to the channel to support the content. Judy's cooking supper. What you cooking, Judy? I haven't even thought about dinner. I did take chicken out to thaw, so it's going to be something made out of chicken. So who knows? Well, Palmy says it's 8:12 a.m. there. You are in I'm trying to remember, Australia, right? No, New Zealand. You're in New Zealand, Palmy. I remember that. I remember. So yeah, they just turned the mics off. They realized the mics were live and they turned them off. So we can keep it on the seal and you can see me in the little box. The little box right here. Vivian says, I'm at work working on mystery diamond paint. Now, how are you doing now while you're at work? Unless you're like me and you work from home. 5,800, oh, 58, wait a minute, 5,800 watching on that Law and Crime channel. Oh, I bet. And I'll bet you if you polled those people, it would be split. So I'm not going to poll you. I put up a poll on the community tab, and about 10% were in the not guilty category, and the rest were in the guilty category. Trina says it's 6:13 a.m. there in Australia. Well, we got worldwide support here today. Hi, Nareda. Hey, where's Mickey? Let's get Mickey in here. Where's Mickey? Mickey, in case you guys don't know, is my bestie. My bestie. I'll just tell her I'm live. I'm live. She doesn't watch TV, so she probably has no idea. Okay, so she'll probably be in a sec. If you guys know anybody that would like to come in and join us, Pat is making breakfast for dinner, French toast. Oh, Pat, I will be right over. Oh, yummy. That is like one of my favorite things. I feel like I should be diamond painting while I'm talking to you. But I want to concentrate on the chat. My sister just moved to Texas. She is now an official Texan, or will be. I don't know if there's an initiation she has to go through. There's Mickey. She said, thanks for the reminder. We were just talking about you, sweetie. I said you don't watch TV, so that you probably didn't know that there is a verdict expected here soon. Judy says 80 degrees in South Carolina. Can you believe it was snowing here this morning? Good gravy. Yeah. And now it is like this gorgeous day outside. All the snow is gone. The ground has dried up and the sun is shining. It's gorgeous. So I guess it's whatever was here has moved its way eastern, and it's 4 degrees in Boston. Oh my goodness. Y'all are going to get the snow tonight on the East Coast, I am sure. Diamond Lady, Jean Diamond Lady is in Texas too. Her name is Sharon. You two should get to know each other. Find out if there's any initiations you have to do to become an official Texan. Sharon will tell you. Come on over. Are you having bacon? And you know what I love on my French toast? Peaches. I know that's strange. But like I'll put peaches in there and butter, syrup, and yum. Now I want to make breakfast for dinner. That is a great idea. I'm going to do that. The other day I bought a can of corned beef hash. I could fry that up with some eggs and French toast. Oh, yum. Sue says, hi, Jean. Nice to meet you. Yvonne says, still snowing in lower Michigan. Wow. Yeah, like I said, it's headed eastward. Judy says, I remember those snow days in New York when I was a kid. Yeah, but in April, late April, isn't that crazy? That is just kind of nuts. Oh, with bacon. Oh, Pat, I have no idea where you live, honey, but I'm getting the car warmed up. All right, let's turn the light pad on because I feel like I should be. Oh, it doesn't want to come on. I feel like my light pad is going bad. I'm going to have to invest in a new one here soon. Do y'all feel like that way? Like these light pads just don't last as long as they should? This is the second one in 2 years that I've had. I hope that's not the case. Just imagine you in New Zealand. It wouldn't be their wrong time of the day. Okay. Judy had one snow day in April in New Jersey. Well, there you go. Jean, I'm not sure where Sharon is in Texas. I knew at one point, I did know, and now I don't remember. I'm a terrible friend. Pat is in Niagara Falls. Oh my God, Pat. I want to go see Niagara Falls. Palmy says fruit and maple syrup are awesome with French toast. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So I'm on pins and needles here. What's the verdict gonna be? You guys, you know what? I don't want to ask you guys that because you guys keep it to yourself because we're not going to have any discord in this community over what the verdict should be. It's bad enough that it's going to be out in the streets by tonight. I know they have deployed the National Guard in Minnesota where this has taken place. Mickey said she's still on her first light pad 2 years and counting. Well, that's good. Well, this one, it's not. The last one I had came disconnected. This one's still connected. I think it's just fine, but yeah, I don't know. Carla, welcome. She said breakfast sounds good. Yeah, I'm definitely having breakfast for dinner tonight. Absolutely. Eggs and corned beef hash. Yum, my favorite. Diamonds Around You says, I'm actually at work. Yeah, you said you were diamond painting there, but how? They let you diamond paint while you're at work? Jean says she'd rather have breakfast any time of the day. Wow. Yes, we are still looking at the Great Seal. I'm going to be really pissed if this is just like a jury question, but the judge did say that he would handle jury questions through Zoom and not through gathering everyone together. So it's got to be a verdict. Yvonne says, next time buying a clear table, this stick a light and put it, there you go. My dining table is cleared. Well, that's not a bad idea. Actually, it's cheaper. Put a light bulb underneath it, a lamp. It's breakfast time in New Zealand and Australia, so just imagine you're here and it's not the wrong time for breakfast. Ah, I got you now, Palmy. I got you. Well, like my sister said, there's never a wrong time for breakfast. Nope. I'm going to use my 13 placer. Ready, guys? Ready? Kelly says, I'm bummed that I can't stay to watch the verdict live with you. My son has therapy appointment that starts at 3:30. No, Kelly. Okay, hashtag replay. By then you'll hear it somewhere else, but you might want to come back and see what the comments are. But thank you, Kelly, for stopping by. I appreciate it. Sharon, Jean, she wants to know where you live in Texas. Oh, now they're having a little initiation conversation about Texas here. Jerry's here. We can start now. Jerry, let me tell the court that you're here. And and maybe they'll come out and read the verdict. Actually, we're expecting it in about 8 minutes. Sharon says, oh my God, I'm in Pearland. Is that close? So could you guys get together and like do breakfast? Deanne says, I can't believe this. I just left work, turned on CNN in the car, and they said there's a verdict. Wow. Crafty Heifer's here for the verdict. Hello, Marissa. Are you at work too? She's got the headphones in. She wants to hear the verdict. Jean, Crafty Heifer is in Dallas, so check out her channel as well. All right, let me put this down. All right, I said 13 placer, and then I didn't put 13 diamonds on the 13 placer. I'm chicken. Let's see, there's one too many. See if we can do it without messing it up. Look, oh, there we go. Thumb, it's down. And Kelly's in Houston, right up the road from Pearland. Oh, Jean, you're going to have all kinds of friends in Texas. That's what I figured, Marissa, that you have the headphones in and you're making it. She's in the copy room. She's like, I'll be right back, guys. Go for the reading of the verdict. You know everybody's watching it on TV somewhere in some fashion. Let's just hope that people will not lose their minds over this. Keep in mind that this is Minnesota versus Derek Chauvin and not Minnesota versus the police, which the prosecution said that, and I agreed. Jean says, Kelly, we are almost neighbors. See, Jean, you come to my chat, you meet your neighbors. Yep. Jenny, a.k.a. Mama G Gear, hello room on pins and needles. Welcome to the chat, Jenny. Nice to have you. If you guys are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Consider purchasing a cup of coffee for me. I prefer decaf. The link for that is in my morning show video. It's not in this video. It will be after this is over and I go back and put it in. But I set this up so fast I didn't put that in. So sorry. Correcting with coffee, and Sandy's here. Hey, girl. So I'm pretending to diamond paint while we're chit-chatting here. I do want to finish this section. I'm trying to get at least one section done a night. I've been sitting at night after dinner. I come in here and I'm just reading. I just got distracted by Sharon's comment. I could throw a rock and it would end up on Alvin. We're close. Wow, you guys, that's awesome. Someone contact Tia. Well, Jean, text Tia. She'll come in. Doesn't she work from home? Let's see. Where's Tia? Oh, you know what? I'll put it in the Lone Star chat. Hold on. That should get Tia's attention. Hi, Mary. How are you? I haven't seen you in a few weeks. How you doing? Also, this afternoon, and I don't know what time, but I know that Treasure Studios is coming out with a new artist this afternoon. I don't think they've done it yet. Let me take a look at Instagram. Let me put this down. Ooh, I did 13 that time. Okay. No, I don't think it's, yeah, it says coming soon. I don't think you can, I'm in the little box in the corner there, but there's Treasure Studios art. It's on Instagram, says coming soon. So that'll be this afternoon. So there's kind of a hint there about the new artist if you like that kind of picture that you're seeing there.
4:30 and 5 Eastern Daylight Time.
Hi, Amanda.
We're also told that 20 minutes after the court leaves its courtroom.
We have someone that put on a suit and came to visit with us.
also have to give you one other thing, a disclaimer. You know, my name is Linda Kenny Bodden, and my husband, Dr. Michael Bodden, did the second autopsy for the George Floyd family on Mr. Floyd as to cause of death.
Isn't this interesting?
No part in this trial, as you can see, with the experts that testified, however. So with that, let me go to my one guest first, Judge Brandon Birmingham. We know that what Mr. Nelson said was that his experts said that the testing for CO, carbon monoxide, was not done. But we also know that it was done, and it just wasn't turned over from the hospital to the medical examiner to the prosecutors. Is there something wrong?
Hi, Rochelle.
We can't know the truth, especially on a point that's been made about cause of death.
It falls back to the idea that
talking about that carbon monoxide stuff.
Sometimes at the expense of the actual truth in a given trial. I mean,
CNN said within the hour. Yeah, we were told between 3:30 and 4. I can turn this. I'll stop the feed because that's kind of annoying.
That's not something unusual, maybe counterintuitive.
And I will just watch on my phone to see when it comes live again. She's got some kind of show, I guess, about autopsies and stuff.
Floyd, or whether or not it could have even hurt the defense. That's something I'll discuss with Nima.
All right, I will put it back on when, unless you guys were interested in hearing that conversation. Mary says, I have my ideas, but I'll keep it to myself, at least for now. I think, I don't want to get into any, discord here about what the verdict should be, or, I mean, certainly you guys are everyone has their opinion, and and I think no matter what the verdict is, I implore people to remain calm and just take it for what it is. It was, one bad police officer who may or may not be guilty. They may find him guilty, they may not. But we have to respect the process in any case. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Yorkshire Crofter. Welcome to the live. Everybody, make sure you give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying the content today. I will be sharing the screen when we do have an official reading of the verdict. We'll all get to see it together. I'm monitoring it here. Right now, there is a commentator on the channel who's just kind of chit-chatting, and they're reviewing evidence and stuff. They're actually talking about the carbon monoxide issue that came into the case very late. Hi, AK Rose. Sorry, right as I came in, you asked what we thought. I am not against anyone else's opinion. We all have the right to our own. So listen, if you guys want, listen, we're all adults. If you're certainly welcome to let me know your thoughts. I have a poll up on the community page if you guys want to participate in that. But yeah, if you want to let me know what you think, guilty, not guilty, okay, that's okay. But let's just not, let's just keep it calm, everybody. This is a crafting community. Hey, Mama C. She's still at work, but you had to jump on. Yeah, Mickey said, no fighting, that's all. Yeah, Vicky, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. Hey, Robin, thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. We are standing by for the reading of the verdict. I'm monitoring the channel. It is supposed to be at 3:30. It's now 3:31. They're showing the crowd outside the courthouse. My word, there's a crowd. Oh, my gosh. Kim, hi, Kim. I was in a meeting, dang it, when you started. Oh, well, you haven't missed anything yet. The verdict has not happened yet. We're waiting. It said approximately 3:30, and it's 3:30 now. All right, I'm going to take you to back to the live stream. Let me just find it again. I turned it off because it was that lady was annoying me. But,
the biggest mistake women can make when it comes to reducing wrinkles is not really.
All right, let me share the screen again.
I'm 65, and for a long time, I was never able to get rid of my wrinkles or loose and sagging skin.
this. I also am monitoring the courtroom feed. I can see that there's a seal of the state of Minnesota up, which means the judge will be entering soon, and we do expect that verdict to be read soon in this matter, and then we'll talk about it, obviously. But in the meantime, Nina Romani, the defense advanced this argument, and that we know from the other testing was not true, that carbon monoxide...
Oh my God, she's still talking about carbon monoxide. Oh, Amanda says, you just have to respect we are all entitled to our own opinions and thoughts. I just pray that the jury is respected after the findings. I would go into hiding, I think, for a good long while. I don't want anybody, because once you finish your jury duty, you are free to talk to other people.
Linda, it wasn't the best argument.
And
had to pull out all the stops in this case. And it was surprising because it's not something that Nelson raised during opening statement. He talked about the tumor, he talked about the artery, he talked about the enlarged heart, but he didn't talk about the carbon monoxide poisoning argument. That's something that first came up with him.
All right, I'm going to turn that volume down. All right, I'll come back to that. I will monitor it here when the judge comes in. Every network and court channel I have is showing this. Oh, of course they are. And a few minutes ago, they showed the crowd outside the courtroom, and they've got the bull horns going. And I'm so glad that you guys decided to spend your time with me. So we could all hear this together. Croshley's here. Hey, Croshley. Thanks for coming. This chick looks more uptight than my mother, and that's saying something. Yeah, she was kind of annoying me, so that's why I turned her off. She's an attorney, but she's married to one of the medical examiners that did an autopsy on George Floyd. So I don't know if that's how she got her into this network, but it's the first time I've seen her on this network. And yeah, I probably wouldn't watch her show. Judy says, maybe that lady needs to get some carbon monoxide. Just kidding. Oh God. Deanne says, wow, watching ABC, the crowd is getting huge. I bet. Victoria's here. Good afternoon. Jean says a larger crowd is at Cup Foods. Oh, that's the other place I'd avoid. No going to Cup Foods. I'm surprised that place is still around. Cup Foods. Wow. In the future, when people say where you were when you read the verdict, you can say you were with Rebecca on Crafting Journey. Oh, thank you. Yes, and please give me a thumbs up if you enjoy the content today. Don't forget, you can buy me a cup of coffee, decaf, please, if you want to support the content of the channel, or you can give me a one-time donation through the super chat, which is down in the chat box on the right. Both go to support the channel, and I deeply appreciate it. But thank you for spending your time with me and listening to the trial coverage over the last 2 weeks. I have certainly enjoyed bringing it to you. I was actually today working. I still work from home, at least for a few more weeks. I was working and listening to the next trial. So I'm starting the next trial tomorrow. It's the trial of Ashley MacArthur versus, it's actually the state of Florida versus Ashley MacArthur. And it's from an area where I think Mystery is from. I'm going to check with Brandy and see if she knows about this trial. It was, the trial was last year in 2019. It's an older trial. It's already occurred, but I'm watching it so I can bring that to you. And in that case, Ashley MacArthur was a crime scene investigator, and the victim was a private investigator, former police officer. So it's got some interesting dynamics in this new trial that'll start tomorrow on my morning show channel. I'm just reading chat. Mary says she's going to avoid that part of Minnesota. Yeah. Are you near there, Mary? Oh my goodness. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near that courthouse right now either. Oh, no, 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 no. Not on your life. Robert snuck in. Did I not say hi to you, Robert? Robert loves my blue shirt today. Thank you, Robert. You are a charmer. My goodness. Crashly says, be right back. Chats are blowing up. Yeah. Carla's Crafty Corner. Hello. Welcome. We are going to have reading of the verdict here soon. I am watching on my phone to make sure that you don't miss a thing. There's a commentator on the channel that I watch, and she's talking about carbon monoxide poisoning, and she's kind of boring. So, but we're all, you won't miss a thing, I promise you. So let's just chit chat. Trina's heading to work, listening in the car with earbuds. Be careful, sweetheart. I don't want you to get into an accident, but I appreciate your support. Glitter Angels, hey girl, how are you? I'm so excited everybody's here. This is going to be interesting. So, in case you missed it, there is a verdict that was supposed to be. It's supposed to be sometime between in the next 21 minutes. We expected it around 3:30 my time. It's now 3:39. They say that the jury deliberated for 10 hours. Victoria's still in the hospital. Girl, you're going to have to give me that hospital address and I'll just start sending you mail there because it seems to be like your permanent home. I feel so bad for you. So sorry. I'm watching Law and Crime too, Crystal. That's what here, I'll share the screen real quick. You can see which channel. This is I like the Law and Crime network. So this is what I'm monitoring here. And we have this lady talking about carbon monoxide, that issue that came up very late in the trial that really was a non-issue. I don't think it really resonated with the jury very much, but this is what's going on the channel that I'm watching. You see the seal of Minnesota there. That will change once the judge enters the courtroom, and I'll come back to this once that happens. I'm monitoring it elsewhere on my phone, so you guys will not miss a thing, I promise you. Ms. Red Stilettos Craft and Shoes Closet. Oh my God, I love that name. And look, she's got red stilettos in her picture. Oh, those are to die for. She said hi earlier, but I missed it. Oh, well, I am sorry I missed it because that name is incredible. Thanks for coming by. Crystal says, Victoria, why aren't they releasing you? Oh, yeah, the TV usually does run TV's ahead of me, really? Well, no spoilers, Crystal. Amanda says, Emma's on her 14-day quarantine. I decided not to test her because it would take 4 nurses to hold her down. Oh, poor thing. Oh, that's right. She had the fever the other day. So how's she feeling? Yorkshire says it's 9:30 p.m., but I wanted to watch this. So Danielle told me you were doing it live. I am. Thank you for coming by, Yorkshire. Oh, Miss Stiletto says they're my Cleonas and my faves. Yeah, and once upon a time, I could have worn those shoes. I would have rocked those shoes. Yeah, but no, not anymore. Can you see me in stilettos? Oh my God. This is what I rock now. Look, socks, striped socks. Oh, she's better today, Amanda. That's good, but horrible cough and nausea. Oh, Victoria's INR is low, waiting on it to come up. Oh, Victoria, you and that INR. Oh, if anybody doesn't know what INR is, Victoria has a clotting problem with her blood. She had a very bad blood clot in her lungs, and she's been in and out of the hospital because one of the things that they have to test in the blood is a level called INR to make sure that she's not going to clot on the anticoagulants that they have her on. But hey, Nick and Tina, wow, you guys, thanks for coming by. I haven't seen y'all in a month or so, or 2 or 3, but I missed you guys. Thanks for coming by. Kelly, welcome. She's saying hello to all the fellow diamond painters. Just pumping in the electrolytes and fluids, Amanda. Yep, that's all you can do. Just treat the symptoms. And protect yourself, Amanda. Be careful. You don't want to get it. Amanda, did you get a vaccine? I hope everybody in here got vaccinated because, Lord, it's, it's so important. And now, starting at yesterday, I guess, anybody over the age of 16 can get the vaccine. Anyone. You just have to find a place, make an appointment, and go get one. So I strongly encourage that. Victoria says, no, Rebecca, I have an artificial heart valve. That's why I'm on the warfarin. Well, plus you had that clot. So, yeah, I know it was a clotting thing with your blood. Yeah. But my goodness, you spent a lot of time in the hospital, sweetie. All right. No, they're still arguing about, wow. I'm just watching the chat on this long crime network. So, oh, Ms. Red Stilettos will come visit you, Victoria. Maybe she'll wear her heels. Marie says, hi, everybody. Hi, Marie. How are you? We're just chit-chatting and waiting for the verdict. Connie B is here, got the J&J, then they stopped it. What? Oh, the Johnson & Johnson. Yeah, well, and I don't know. I don't know when they're going to restart that. Maybe, Anthony Fauci, Dr. Fauci said maybe by Friday, but I would hesitate to believe that's true, but I don't know. But get the Moderna so you can be sick like I was, and we all can commiserate together. I just hope I don't have to get like a vaccine, a booster. Oh God, I felt horrible when I had that vaccine, and I don't want to go through that again. Judy said, heard all coronavirus vaccines are fake and have nanobots. What? We're all being injected so they can find us in the future in case we escape the planet or something. Is that the idea? No escape from the planet. Halloween. Did I say hi to you, Halloween? Hello. Oh, Halloween says if her youngest gets COVID, she's going to get it. Her happy place is on top of her when she's sick. Oh, my God. Kelly says Moderna is short. Really? For modified RNA? Oh, dear. Kim says, I had the first shot Sunday and felt like crap all day yesterday. Sore and stomach was queasy. Does that mean the second will be worse? Not necessarily, Kim, but just make sure you stay really hydrated before and after you get the shot. Take some Tylenol before you go get the shot. There's a lot of suggestions about how you can avoid being sick, none of which I find credible, but give it a shot, so to speak. Why would they need to do nanobots when they can just track us with our phones? This is true, Halloween. And they do a good job of that, don't they? They know where we are, what cell tower we're pinging off of at any time. Dawn Loves Diamond Painting is here. Welcome. Nice to have you. When she had COVID, she used Mucinex, saved her. She has asthma, and she had to up her meds, too. Oh, my goodness. Amanda says, even her 17-year-old needs cuddles when she's sick, so I'm walking immune system. Oh, wow. Mickey says Pfizer didn't seem to have a lot of major side effects. Maybe not. Oh, goodness. What's going on the channel? Still, we got this lady with her vanilla coat and her animal print shirt on. That would not be my style of, yeah. It is 3:48. Oh my goodness. They're going to make us wait till 4 o'clock? What? This Judge Cahill, man, he loves his breaks. He's probably looking weird, trying to find his robe and trying to get one last cigarette in, Why did they stop Johnson & Johnson? Because my understanding is that there were 6 women who had issues with blood clots. One who died after, within a week after receiving the vaccine. So they suspended the administration of Johnson & Johnson so they could investigate that phenomena. Kristen Killingsworth, welcome. She got her first shot of Moderna last weekend and pretty much only had a stiff neck the next day. That's awesome, Kristen. That's good. I'm really glad. Judy, I know a lot of people that took one or the other. I had headaches for 3 days. Otherwise, just sore arms. I was like, sore arms. She's hallucinating, but she's okay. Hi, Connie B. Okay, we're still waiting. Kelly says, do we really think our government loves and cares about us? How about Fauci? The Georgia Slidestone say to reduce the world population down to 500 million. They have been up since the 80s. What? Okay. Well, that'd be a horrible way to do it with COVID, because it certainly reduced the population of this country quick. Yeah, I know what she meant. I know, sore arms. Judy, I figured it out. Mama C, she had it a week ago. It was still a knot in her arm. Oh, I think I had a big red area on my arm that lasted a couple of weeks. I'm just reading checks. Crystal says, oh, you love the conspiracy theories. I do love conspiracy theories. I think they're funny. Amanda says, every 100 years we have had a virus that has decreased the population. See, the earth has a way of taking care of us, Okay, so what is going on here? What in the world? Oh, they're showing the crowd again. Oh, my word. All right, let's switch back. Let's switch back. Let's share the screen, see what's going on here. Yeah, see that crowd there? Holy moly. It's not as big as I expected. You'd think that whole grassy area would be filled in. So what you're seeing is her talking, and then on her left is the seal of Minnesota. That's inside the courtroom. Once the judge comes in, the microphones will come on, and they'll take the camera off the seal. The picture below it is the crowd gathering outside the courthouse, I'm presuming. So Connie had the Johnson & Johnson and had no side effects. Well, over 7 million people did get the Johnson & Johnson with no side effects. So, thankfully, so I don't think that, according to that expert, a crowd is 2 or more people. So this is a crowd, but not as large as I thought it would be. Mama C says, I'm sure my doctor will be thrilled. I've lost 61 pounds since the pandemic started, and I don't know how or why. Depression. Well, Mama, whoa, that's 61 pounds. Jenny Crochet, Diamond Painting Zone, welcome to the chat. Nice to meet you. Guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. I do a daily morning show where I cover trials, live trials, including the George Floyd case as it was happening. I do cover some, if there's not a live trial going on, I'll cover an older trial, starting a new one tomorrow. So this is a good time to jump in on the channel and subscribe. Kelly says, look up the WHO meeting in October of 2019 with Bill Gates. Okay. Oh, Jetty says, I'm loving watching your trials. Thank you, Jetty. Thanks for the support. Kristen says, oh no, I just realized I skipped some stitches on the previous round of my crochet project. Yep, gotta frog it. Mine, I'm terrible with the crochet. I've got to have it perfect. If I see something I did wrong, I just frog it out. Yep, I do. But I'm sorry. I was diamond painting, but it's just not working out. I can't. Yeah, I'm anxious to see the verdict. Kelly says they did a mock pandemic, and then a month later, the pandemic is released. People, please research things before believing the government. Oh, Kelly, this is interesting. Okay. Haliquate says, I sincerely doubt people are getting herpes from a vaccine. Oh my God, I hope not. Mama say, yeah, some unknown person had these guide stones crafted in several languages and erected somewhere in Georgia. It is a bunch of rules we are supposed to follow. What? Okay. Haliquate says they've been predicting a pandemic for years. Why? Because we've had more minor ones. Yes. Oh, look, they're getting a close-up. What does that sign say? The verdict watch. Oh, how cool is that? Somebody made a sign. It says the verdict is watching, something like that. Anyway. I wonder what it says on the other side of that sign. There's Tia. We knew. Now we can read the verdict. Tia is here. Notify the judge. Let me call the judge. Or I call Mr. Blackwell. Mr. Blackwell? Future hubby? Tia's here now. Oh my God, I'm tired of listening to this woman talk. All right, it's 3:55. Judge Cahill, let's get out here. Deanne says, be careful of your research sources. Crystal says, I'm in Georgia. Where is this? Yeah, about those stones. Yeah. Yeah, I was calling my hubby, Kim. My future hubby. I'm watching this crowd here. Wow. I mean, from up above, it doesn't look like that bad. It looks like people are trying to socially distance themselves from other people, which that's a good thing. That won't last long after the verdict, though, I'm sure. But, good effort on their part. Look at how they're standing apart from each other. We do that naturally now after a year. It just feels so strange when you see, like, I was watching American Idol the other night, and this one contestant, he started to cry and nobody could go give him a hug. And I thought, oh, that is so sad. This is the world that we live in now, that we can't give each other a hug unless, we live with that person. So hopefully we will get this verdict very soon. What does everybody think? Guilty, not guilty? AK says, my 13-year-old son loves Rebecca's show. He listens every day. Oh, thank you. Is he subscribed to the channel? That is sweet, AK Rose. Tell him I said hello. Jean says that reporter stylist was not doing her any favors. That outfit is so bad. Yeah. You're not into the leopard thing, huh, Jean? Carla says they are scared because of the verdict. Okay, here we go. Danielle says guilty. Diamonds and Vivian says guilty. Judy says guilty. Tia says Jean. No. Prayers for the family on both sides. You know, that is true, but we have not seen, except for one day of this 2-week trial, did Derek Chauvin have a family member in the jury, you know, a family member in that courtroom, and nobody really knew who it was. At first they thought it was his wife because it was an Oriental lady, but they said no, it wasn't his wife, but it might have been one of his relatives. But yeah, hi Elizabeth Coaches. She says guilty. I think it's pretty unanimous here, guilty. Crystal says 3rd degree. I'm kind of with Crystal on that. I'm thinking yes on the 3rd degree. I think you're probably right. And what's funny about this lady that we're seeing on this channel, like she came on to talk about one topic. So now she's talking about that topic over and over and over again because she has nothing else to talk about. I think that's hilarious because she's not a crafter like we are. We always have stuff to talk about. Oh, we're still coming with the guilties. Guilty of what? 3rd degree murder, but I think there's an argument for, I think you're right, Harlequin. There is an argument for 2nd, but I think, you know, and if the jury had to compromise, you know, there's sometimes that's always a factor that, you know, there's a compromise amongst the jurors and they may come back with manslaughter. You never know. I think by the fact that they came back so soon, I don't think they're hung because it's way too soon to come back and say that it's a hung jury. AK Rose says he is subscribed but under one of my emails because of his age, and I can tell you he's on Instagram DM. Oh, AK Rose, that's sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Carla, feel bad for both families. You know, I do. I kind of feel bad for that community. You know, they've really been put through the ringer. Last year when in 2020 when this occurred, millions of dollars of damage was done by protesters after this man lost his life. I hope that does not occur again. That would be super, super sad. And then they had that other incident that happened like 10 miles down the road, also in Minnesota. I mean, it's verdict to be read any minute. Well, gosh, I hope so. It's 4 o'clock. I'm going to go pinch that Judge Cahill and get him out of his chambers and get him out here. And let's get this thing going here. Tia says, I definitely didn't do the daily listening. I'm going to get beat up. I feel he's a jerk. He's power hungry. I'm on the fence about guilty on murder. We'll see. Tia, you didn't do the daily listening, girl. Well, I hope you watched my my rehash of what occurred each day, because there was a lot to pay attention to. But that one picture that they have of him kneeling on George Floyd's neck, you know, when they say a picture's worth 1,000 words, that picture was worth 1,000,000 words, to be honest with you, or just one word. And most of you have said it in the chat. Kelly is telling you, Crystal, where those guide stones are. So we are waiting for the verdict. Dawn says, wish more states would put up multiple possible guilty verdicts as one that just go for murder one, then lose because they cannot meet that standard. Yeah, I know. I get what you're saying. Yeah. This is, they do have first degree murder in this state, but it's just didn't apply in this case. Tia says she did watch me, Rebecca, but not the testimony and no trial coverage. Yeah, oh, I get it, because that, trust me, I did. It takes hours to watch all that trial coverage. Some of it I knew I could fast forward through because, you know, I know which parts are relevant and which are not. Like, you know, when you put an expert on the stand, the first 30 minutes of that expert's testimony is going to be his credentials. So I could fast forward through that stuff. And what I would do is watch it in the evenings while I was crafting, and then I would just watch the relevant parts and bring those to you. Harlequin says, I'm convinced that the kneeling on his neck is what killed him, and I'm also convinced that he knew that kneeling on his neck for that length of time could kill him. So to me, that's 100% murder. Kelly thinks he overdosed on fentanyl. You know, the fact that they did not make that other guy, Mr. Hall, that Maurice Hall, just walked away from this whole thing scot-free, that he's the guy with the fake $20 bills. He was the guy with the drugs. But, you know, he's in jail now for other crimes that he's committed, but he's a bad guy. I'm telling you, you want to look for a bad guy. That's the guy. So now we're talking about what the ME said. Yeah, we're not going to fight about, you know, our beliefs, but you know, everybody has their beliefs. My biggest issue was with the whole thing, whether it was an overdose, whether it was the knee on the neck, I took a huge issue with, and Yvonne is saying it right now in chat, that when that police officer, Officer Lang, said he has no pulse, they did not initiate medical treatment. They did not initiate CPR. I think that right there is just criminal. So that to me convinced me. I mean, nothing else, just that one piece of information that they just wrote him off. They just, what's the matter, Jake? It is not time for dinner yet. Oh my God, it is time for his dinner. He knows. He's like a clock, 4 o'clock, and he wants dinner. Yeah, so Yvonne said it. The biggest thing is there was no CPR. He knew there was no pulse and did nothing. My decision was made after that. You see, I'm in Yvonne's court on that one. Okay, the judge has entered the courtroom. Let's take a listen, guys.
On the bench, the verdict's about to be read. Let's go.
So I'm going to shut up. All right, jury's coming in.
Please be seated.
Everybody can hear okay?
Jury, I understand you have a verdict.
Thanks to you.
Members of the jury, I will now read the verdicts as they will appear in the permanent records of the 4th Judicial District. State of Minnesota, County of Hennepin, District Court, 4th Judicial District. State of Minnesota Plaintiff versus Derek Michael Chauvin, Defendant. Verdict, Count 1. Court File Number 27, CR 20-12646. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to Count 1, unintentional second-degree murder while committing a felony, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April, 2021 at 1:44 p.m. Signed, juror foreperson, juror number 19. Same caption, verdict count 2. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 2, third-degree murder, perpetrating an eminently dangerous act, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April, 2021 at 1:45 p.m. Signed by jury foreperson, juror number 19. Same caption, verdict count 3. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 3, second-degree manslaughter, culpable negligence, creating an unreasonable risk, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April, 2021 at 1:45 p.m. Jury foreperson 019. Members of the jury, I'm now going to ask you individually if these are your true and correct
Wow.
verdicts. Please respond yes or no. Juror number 2, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number 9, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Jury number 19, are these your true and correct verdicts? Jury number 27, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Jury number 44, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Jury number 52, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Jury number 55, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Jury number 79, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Jury number 85, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Jury number 89, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Jury number 91, are these your true and correct verdicts?
Yes.
Jury number 92, are these your true and correct verdicts? Are these your verdicts, so say you one, so say you all?
Yes.
Members of the jury, I find that the verdicts as read reflect the will of the jury and will be filed accordingly. I have to thank you on behalf of people of the state.
Wow, guys, all 3 counts. Oh my God. Yes, my dog is. Come here, yo. Come here. Come here. Come here. I know you're hungry. I know. My little guy's starving. He's starving. All right, the jury's going to leave. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that look on Chauvin's face when they were reading the verdict. It looked like he just couldn't believe it. You know, it's hard to read when you can't see the entire face, when a face mask is covering it.
We're going to have.
You're okay.
You may file a written argument as to Blakely factors within 1 week. The court will issue findings on the Blakely factors, the factual findings. 1 week after that, we'll order a PSI immediately returnable in 4 weeks. And we will also have a briefing on, after you get the PSI, 6 weeks from now, and then 8 weeks from now, we will have.
So what they're talking about, the Blakely factors, that's the aggravating factors. The prosecution can now argue that there were aggravating circumstances in this case that would allow the judge to give him a higher sentence than what each one of those counts calls for. Count second-degree murder was 40 years, third-degree murder is 25 years, and the manslaughter is 10. They will now cuff him and take him to jail. He'll have to go get handprinted. He was out on bond. So that is now, he is now officially guilty, and that is revoked. So even if he has an appeal now, he will remain imprisoned. So we got one bad cop off the street. My heart goes out to the other 3 who still have to.
Guilty on all 3.
Okay, we're going to stop that. My heart goes out to the other 3 who still are yet to be tried, because I think Chauvin was kind of like the ringleader for this. You know, it was, you know, but for his actions, I don't think this man would have died. I want to thank you all for coming by. I hope you enjoyed this coverage. Thank you for the super chats, Sharon and Tia. Deeply, deeply appreciated. Don't forget, tomorrow I'm starting a new trial. It is State of Florida versus Ashley MacArthur. And it's going to be an interesting one as well. So I'm saying goodbye to everybody. It's a Tuesday afternoon. Don't forget, this later on this afternoon, if you're into diamond painting, Treasure Studios Arts is coming out with a new artist. Yes. Woohoo. Hey, Linda. See you sneaking in there. All right. So thank you, everyone who have supported me bringing you this coverage. Thank you, AK Rose. Thank you so much. So appreciated. Those are super chats, guys. Those are one-time donations to the channel to support the content that I'm bringing you each and every day, and I'm glad that you are enjoying it. I do love you all. I will go. I've got to go feed this fur baby. He's just suffering here. Don't you hear him? All right. Take care, everybody. Thanks so much, and I will see you tomorrow in the morning show.